So you want to get rid of your radicals. Well, I'll let you know how to get rid of your radicals. Standard of living is definitely the most important part for radicals. That is the one you want to focus on the most. To do the overall standard of living, you need to go to the population map mode and you can see the entire population. Then you hover over each standard of living sector and you can see how many people are mad about their standard of living. So there's only 2.2% of pops in this area that don't like the standard of living, but that's still 230,000. So you go, and this is where you can figure out what you need to decrease in price. As you can see, these are all the pop needs, and you can decrease the price. You also want to pay attention of the things at the bottom, because a lot of the things on the bottom are usually high quality standard of living if you don't have them, like wine and opium. So if you decrease the price of, say, wine and opium, then the lower levels are more likely to buy them because they're able to afford it as well. However, you definitely want to decrease the price of the things at top because it's what they usually spend the most money on, and that will definitely increase their standard of living. You need to be careful because each area has a different amount of standard of living, and the higher end average of standard of living, like the upper strata, usually has a bigger impact on your radicals because they're more involved in the policies. Haha, editor's note. You also have to be careful about increasing standard of living and then lowering it right after. You have to keep the standard of living high. The reason why you have those people mad is because you had standard of living be higher and then something changed in your nation that lowered it. So you want to make sure you want to maintain a high standard of living if you're going to have it. Once you increase it to a point, you can't decrease it anymore. Decreasing it is what gets them mad. Another way to get people to like you is by passing political things that they would like to see, political movements. You may see political movements on the right, as you can see right here. Here's one, enact the right of assembly. If you are able to enact that, it will probably increase the popularity of a lot of people. However, it may also decrease the popularity if it's not a popular law. As you can see, 22% support it, 21 will become radical because of it. So you have to pick and balance your choices to see what will be radical or not. The big one that happens a lot is because of buildings, people getting fired from buildings. This happens when you change a technology. So if you look at this building, it changes a lot when you change a technology. Say we go from a distillery to pot stills, it will fire a whole bunch of people of a different work class. Those people will be mad because they will be unemployed and get fired from the job. So every time you change how exactly a building works, you're most likely going to fire some people, and those people will most likely become radicals and be very upset. How do you prevent that? You don't really. That is a way that you're going to have radicals, but really the best way to improve it is standard of living. That is the biggest way to improve it, and passing political movements so people don't get mad. Discrimination, these are people that are in your country that is not your cultural religion and are getting paid less, have less political strength, and all of that because they're in your nation but don't really have rights. In order to fix discrimination, you have to go into policies and then go over to laws, and then it will be citizenship. If you're a national supremacy, that pretty much means if you're not a primary culture, you're going to hate them, and then you can fix it from there. It can go very crazy and can help a lot of people. Multiculturalism will probably stop people from being mad about discrimination. So those are the 4 reasons why you see radicals pop up in the first place: the standard of living, political movements, discrimination, and buildings, and we covered on how to fix all of those. In reality, it's more of not making radicals than getting rid of radicals, because getting rid of radicals kind of happens naturally as long as you don't keep on gaining radicals. And the reason that being is if you are increasing the standard of living, it goes directly against decreasing the standard of living.